Welcome back, my friendly friends, to more Trails Through Daybreak. Pharaoh Fiasco here, and last episode we made it to Basel, home of the Verne Company. After spending so many games hyping this place up, let's see how it is. Welcome to the Verne Company. What brings you here today? We're Arkwright Solutions from the capital. We're here on an official request from Elsheim. Ah, good. Mr. Townsend has been expecting you. Take the elevator on your left to the meeting room. It's on the 20th floor. Right. Go ahead and see, because this guy, he was going through it last episode. Oh, we're already meeting him. This is even Verne CEO Bill Townsend.
Arkwright Solutions. So you're the investigators that Elsheim hired.
Pretty much. They asked us to look into the various problems that have hit Basel. Okay, and that's what he looks like. This is our first time actually seeing him from the front.
Putting their noses where they don't belong. It's nothing. Let me get straight to the point. Any concern is unfounded. We have everything under control.
Are you sure about that? Do you now? If you could please explain. First, regarding the instability of the Orbital within the city. It was discovered that it was a simple matter of heavy traffic on the net. And just like with our Orbital distribution network, the problem has been solved. Isn't that so?
Yes, generally speaking. The maximum delay of 8.3% is down to 0.35% as of this morning.
Dang, alright, they really did knock it out of the park. That does sound like a big drop, yeah. You've still got that 0.35% hanging around, though. There can't be, can they really get it down to, zero latency? I'm not sure if that's possible. Well, it might be, because Orbital Tech can already do a whole bunch of stuff that's not possible normally. And that ain't the only issue you're dealing with, is it? What about the swell of visitors buzzing around the city? Is that not obvious? Basel is the beating heart of Calvert's industrial sector, home to my Verne Group and nearly 100 partners and subsidiaries. That's thousands upon thousands of employees, contractors, managers, all acting of their own accord. New hires from all over come in every day. So naturally, the city appears busy. An influx of visitors, particularly at this time of year, is nothing to fret over. Even bad faith visitors? Spies are all the rage these days, you know. I'm not sure what you've heard out there, but I'd advise against parroting such unsubstantiated claims. Your evidence, please? Though we've yet to investigate this issue, your dodging of the question implies you also lack the evidence to prove or deny the allegations. That's what we're here for, Mr. Townsend, to conduct this investigation on your behalf. So yeah, if we find anything, and I do mean anything, we'll let you know. Fine, do what you will. Squabbling further over this would be a waste of time. Salesian, if you would. That's his name? What the heck is that? Received D-rank ID certification. Oh yeah, I heard about these. These are temporary issue security cards for visitors such as yourselves. The city implemented them last year. With these, you're free to use the Acrotram to travel to Newtown in the Artisanal District. You can't take the upper-level Acrotram or Aerotram to the Institute of Science, however. Huh? Why not? Wait, hold up. Appreciate it. We'll go and get to work then. Wait, given our public position, we have to make sure the Principality saves face. I personally don't think this warrants an investigation by the likes of you, but we nevertheless prepared a point of contact for you. Is it not going to be Salesian? Katra Salesian.
My name is Katra Salesian. I'm an assistant at the Institute of Science.
Man, now that's a name. Holy crap.
I have other business to attend to, so I can't always provide you with support.
All right. Is there an deux and trois?
But should you have any questions, you're welcome to contact me.
Well, we'd appreciate that.
Contact information exchanged.
Alright, he's so friendly.
Huh. That's an unusual holo.
Everybody comments on it. Don't worry about that. Actually, if you don't mind me asking.
Yes?
Does he look familiar? No, it's just... Don't take this the wrong way, okay? I was just wondering what pronouns to use for you. Wait, what? That's so... I wonder if this... Okay, this... I feel like there's no way. Van might have commented on, like, the fact that maybe in Japanese, Kacha uses, atashi or something like that. And then in Japanese, Van's like, are you a boy or a girl? And of course, he wouldn't, like, they would never actually do that in, like, an English dub these days. But this is but I just think this is one of the more blatant ones, maybe. But I could be wrong. I have been in the past.
Huh?
Are you out of your mind? Right. Okay, yeah. I feel there was no way. Contra is very pretty, but he doesn't really have a female physique.
Of course I don't. I'm a guy.
Yeah, okay. Look, seriously, I'm sorry. You're about 14 or so, give or take. At that age, I figured it was possible you could be either. You must have skipped more than a few grades if you're an assistant at the Institute.
I suppose you could say that. I'm actually 15, by the way.
Yeah, don't get it twisted, Van.
But I guess it's fine. Sometimes people do get the wrong idea from afar.
Yeah, if I know anime, and I'm pretty sure I do, that's not the question that he asked. I wasn't sure at first with the way his coat covers him either. No, but Fairy needs to get her anime game up because you can spot the anime pretty boys from a mile away once you got any type of experience with it. Yeah, but who makes the mistake as close as he is? Man, I sure as shit do not want to get old. Enough! If you're all done, then please get out of here. I'm a busy man. After this, Mr. Townsend, sir. The students from Aramis Academy have arrived. Already? Well, let them through. So, he's 2 years older than Fairy, but a year younger than Agnes. Silesian, I'll be counting on you yet again. You're staying for 3 days, yes? Good luck clearing out the gutter, so to speak. So we'll probably be hearing the name Silesian a lot, especially if he's number 4. Not even trying to be subtle. It's a real pain in the ass, but that makes it easier for us to move around at least. Works for me. Huh, now you're starting to get it. Oh, shut up. He said there were no problems, but he certainly didn't act like that was the case. Agreed. He might not have the answers, but he most certainly has cause for concern. Or at least, that is how it appeared to me. I don't believe it will be easy to get anything out of him. I don't believe any part of this is going to be easy. We'll have to tackle it from a few different angles. Which means... Okay, these are the... Yeah, oh my gosh. Wait, why did they get personally escorted up by the receptionist and we didn't? Does she like them more than us? Aren't they? They were in front of Central Station this morning. So he really is Agnes's boyfriend from her part-time gig? Wait, hold on. What is he talking about? Lyle, I told you that's not true. Right, my bad. How's it going, good students? We're just here for work. Good luck with the whole school trip thing. Aw. A look of understanding passed between them. Well, I know I'm in her corner. I still want no part in any of this. Yeah, you say that. Aw. Welcome, students of Aramis. Right this way. He kind of, because I think his hair is darker than Ellie's was, but he's got the same eye color. No, Ellie's eyes were green. But he's not we've seen a lot of characters with pink eyes. That's just who immediately jumped out at me. Maybe it was Aurier who had pink eyes? There was somebody who's got that same, not the exact same color combination. These are your C rank certification cards? Mr. Townsend is purposely trying to hamstring us. Why do the students have a higher classification than we do? So we'll be able to get into more places with Agnes's cards than ours. What a friggin' rib! They're primarily for outside trainees, so you'll have access to the Institute and the Aerotram. Thank you very much! Wow-wee! So we can ride the Aerotram as much as we want? And we can visit the Institute of Science. What the heck? They gave us the stuff that's lower than the regular ones. They created a special low certification just for us. I know that's not actually it, but they clearly had this lying around to hamstring people like us. They can go there, but we can't. This will help our reports big time. Then each troop is free to do what they want. We'll meet back up at the hotel lobby around 6:30. Remember, you'll be punished if you're late. Yes, ma'am. You won't catch me being late. Hey now, don't threaten the first years. Anyway, let's make sure this visit is a fruitful one. Let's get moving, underclassmen. Oh, so this is our group? Then I'll leave you all to it. If you need anything at all, just contact me via the number I gave you. See it. Hold on a second, Katra Silesian. I've heard quite a few things about you, like how you're the professor's favorite student. And she's got a connection to the other disciple. Ren? Wait, then... You see, I'm a foreign exchange student from Liberl, so we just happened to have met through a contact at ZCF. She's already familiar with Katra. We had quite the wonderful chat after she read all of my past papers. ZCF? I've met both Professor Russell and his daughter, so... Wait, papers? Don't tell me you're... Yeah, I'm glad that they finally brought it up. Oh, never you mind that. Oh, they just hint at it. Okay, yeah, because revealing that she's like a published academic already. She's like, Ren is definitely super smart, but like, I think Katra has her beat. Like, out of all the characters we've met so far, she's probably second to him in smarts. To circle back to my original point, I have a request to ask of you. My friend here will be operating on her own. Could I ask you to take her to the artisanal district for me? Why is Agnes running around by herself? Ren. Oh, so that she can go ahead and rendezvous with us.
So you're already getting a move on then.
Aw, and I was hoping we could hang out for a little bit too.
You guys had the whole train ride over.
Sorry for deciding this on my own, you two.
Nah, it's fine. We've got 3 whole days, right? And you'll be back come nighttime anyway.
Well, you know, those 3 days are definitely going to be action-packed, so don't hold your breath on that.
We'll be counting on one heck of a report.
Just be careful, okay?
Of course.
Is this, perhaps related to... In any event, I don't mind. I just so happen to have business in the artisanal district, so it works out.
All right.
I'll show you the way.
Agnes Claudel. I'm a first year at Aramis Academy.
He's probably going to recognize that last name.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
Aw. Yeah. Albert's like, even more competition? He must also be destroyed.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not. He wasn't too subtle about it. But all right, now it's time for us to go ahead and look for some 4 SPGs. in the quarry. Okay. At least she showed us to our room. And there's Agnes. Yeah. Agnes says she'll be here in about 15 minutes. And that's surprisingly quick. I was about to suggest we get started if she was going to be much longer. Alright then, while we're waiting, it's in Engadin time. Right now? Yeah. Gotta order ahead of time so we can dig in as soon as Agnes gets here, of course. I thought so. Real slick. Shall we order one along with some coffee then? So, I wonder, because this is, if he...
Then I'm counting on you to lead the way, Mr. Salesian.
Of course, happily. Once we catch the Aero Tram, we'll be at the artisanal district in no time at all. By the way, you're older than me, aren't you?
Okay, yeah, and this is so that he knows not to use, knows whether to use San or not.
Mister might be a little stiff. You can just call me Katra, if that's all right.
Yeah.
You don't mind? Then Katra it is.
Oh.
Oh, but I'm only older than you by a year, so I don't want you to be too stiff with me either. Why don't we talk like we're old friends?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll keep it casual then. I get the feeling you're always told to loosen up a little more.
That's right. My friends never let me hear the end of it, but I can't help the way I talk.
It's gonna be nice because I feel like he's also gonna be able to help Agnes, because normally everybody else around her is being crazy. Well, Rosette in her own way. So her, Rosette, and Katra all have similar temperaments, which definitely balances out Fairy, Aaron, and Van.
I know I'm repeating myself, but it really is a pleasure, Katra.
Same to you. Now, should we get going?
Oh, is he in the team? He is not. Not just yet. That's all good, though. And we can't talk to him. Ooh, who are you talking with? All right, Katra. I leave Agnes in your capable hands. You two be careful now. Who knows what kind of awful messes you might get yourselves into. Okay. Well, at any rate, let me show you to the artisanal district. Oh, were you contacting someone just now, Ren? Mm-hmm. That friend of mine I mentioned earlier. Oh, she's talking to Tita. I might be able to pull some strings and take you all on a little tour. Oh, she's not talking to Tita. She's talking about a tour here. But expectation is the gateway to disappointment, of course. Just carry on as normal and I'll keep you posted. Well, I suppose we will then. Thank you. I'll be back by curfew so we can meet back up then. Ooh, more drinks? Oh no.
Stay here and relax. Do you have any preferences?
Yes, all the new stuff.
Thanks for coming in.
Aerotram. Ooh. Ah.
Awesome.
We can't walk in the street. She's such a goody two-shoes.
It's so convenient.
This is nice though. This vista?
When boarding the Aerotram,
I don't think I would be able to live here though. I get vertigo from like standing in ledges in video games. You don't see aerotrams much across the continent, do you? I'd call them a must with where Basel is located. Newtown, the Artisanal District, the Institute of Science, it travels along a loop and helps consistently deliver parts wherever needed. Ooh. The Artisanal District's platform is on the right. Just tap your card against the ticket gate. Alright, let me give it a try.
This tram is bound for the Artisanal District.
Neat. And even though it's grayed out, we can go there with her. The Institute of Science. Okay, the Aerotram might be fun to try once, but I'm not sure about that. This thing definitely makes hundreds of trips a day, thousands of trips in a year, but it's too much. I would need to take the stairs or something. But depending on how steep this is, I might take them stairs.
Spectacular view. Though I get a little dizzy when I look down.
I'm sure.
And wow, Newtown is already so far away.
Enjoying yourself?
Yes! Tremendously! I bet Fairy would enjoy this too. I wonder if she's gotten the chance to ride yet.
She really is so cute. But how is someone like her connected to those others?
The same way you're about to be. But yeah, after one trip up them stairs, I might just take my chances with the Aero Tram. They've got a guild branch here. I'm very Giscard workshop. I wonder what we're gonna see there. Probably just some randos, but here we are. This is the artisanal district. Now I just need to find the hotel they're staying at. Oh, there's Van's pickup truck. So he drives an Angard? He's even customized the frame. Wait, that material was only just developed. How did he get his hands on it? Hey, he's got friends in really, really high places. I didn't realize you were an expert. You pick this kind of thing up if you work with Verne long enough, I suppose. So, how did you get to know people like them? What do you mean? The Spriggan, whatever you call him, and that red-haired guy both seemed really shady to me. Though the girl and the maid, I think, they looked like good people at least. I'm just having a hard time picturing what kind of group it actually is if you're involved with them too. Well, I can't blame him for thinking that way about them. Van runs a problem-solving agency, in short. I work there as a part-time assistant for reasons I can't get into. And both work and my duties as a student happen to bring me here at the same time. Sounds like you've got a lot on your plate. Are you sure it's okay to be working with them, though? Verne's CEO didn't seem very happy about them sniffing around. Yeah, regretting giving her that C certification yet? Our work is complicated, I'll admit, but we don't do anything illegal. Technically. He doesn't need to know that. His willingness to hire an upstanding young lady like you does reflect well on him, I'll give him that. It actually wasn't Van's choice, but we're also not going to tell him that either. Even if I don't think highly of his choice to involve someone like you in a business like his. People say that about him a lot. You have nothing to worry about though, really. He might skirt the rules here and there, but he's still a man I can genuinely respect. Well, if you say so. He feels like one of those guys who takes some getting used to. The way he treated me was just... I was so close to forgetting too. Yeah. Did something happen? Nothing worth bringing up. Anyway, we shouldn't keep your friends waiting. Dang it. Join the fight already. He might actually do it, well, we'll probably have to run around a bit, but after we finish our first round of them, he'll probably join us if it's anything like what happened with Rosette. And yes, we're over here! You came quick. Oh, wait a sec. Isn't that... Sorry for keeping you. Katra was good enough to guide me here. Huh. Thanks for helping her out. We ordered an Engadin for the group. You want to join us? No, I'm fine. I'm not hungry right now. Your loss. That taste is downright divine. I'll make it up to you some other time then. You don't owe me anything. It's not like I did anything special. I suggest you don't pull any funny business while you're in the city, though. No causing trouble for the women in your group either. Oh? It's really presumptuous of him to speak like that about people he doesn't know. I'll get going now, Agnes. Let me know if you need my help with anything. Oh, I will! Thank you. Man, would have been nice if he gave me the chance to thank him somehow. Puberty's rough. He sure had a soft spot for you, though. Do you think? He just struck me as the very friendly sort in general. We got along right away. And yet you see how he treated the rest of us, Agnes. I hope I can be friends with him too. Oh, I'm sure that won't be a problem one bit. I'll be happy to introduce you if we get the chance. How old are you? 5? There's nothing wrong with wanting to make friends. Yeah, no need to rain on our parade. He was just mad that Katja didn't want to be friends with him. So, I'm assuming an Engadin is a real thing, and it probably looks something like that. But if it's chocolatey, my interest just shot up. Here's your order, one of our famed Engadins. Now this is what I'm talking about. Come and have a seat on, yes? I'll get to cutting it right away. She always used to make Engadins for me back in the day. Probably talking about Professor Hamilton.
I finished, Catra. I'm quite confident in today's dessert.
Oh, it probably won't turn out too well, though.
The more worried you are about something, the more important it is to take a break and relax. No need to push through.
Aw. I think I can trust on Yes, but I'd better keep a close eye on the rest of them. So, with that kind of cements it that Katja is this game's Tita. Hopefully, we probably will meet Hamilton at some point during this. I'm very curious about her. I don't want anything threatening a place so special to me. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to say hello to the supervisor and take care of my usual work while I'm here. Alright, so the supervisor, because they're talking about corporate espionage. That's the stuff! You won't find a better marriage of flavors than these bitter walnuts with sweet caramel nougat. It's so mouth-wateringly rich. Okay, it's not chocolate. Well, my interest just fell off a cliff. And you wouldn't believe how well it pairs with strong coffee. I swear I was born just to savor moments like these. No one wants to hear this every time, you know? Just eat the damn thing. He's describing it to a T, though. I can't get enough of that buttery flavor. If Verne says it's good, then you know you're in for a treat. My nose is good for more than just sniffing out trouble, you know. I feel like you're joking, but I could buy it working for stuff like this easy. Indeed. Now, I think we've rested for long enough. Perhaps we should get to work. Everybody's still got a full plate of Engadin, though. Do you think we should prioritize investigating Verne? Nah, I think we should hold off doing that. I can't imagine we find anything major this fast, even if we tried. I'm thinking we should start with wandering around Basel and taking care of 4 SPGs. That'll give us a decent idea of the situation here. The same pattern as usual, then? But how can you be so sure that our word of our work is spread to here? Right, I was thinking, because this would be one of those things. It's like, even now, people are posting 4 SPGs that will never even get seen by us. And who knows when the last time Verne was even in Basel was? Like, imagine the last time he was here was a year and a half ago. You think people have just been posting 4 SPGs this entire time? It's a very strange mode of work when you think about it. Good question. Verne's boss sure didn't seem like he wanted to help us any more than he had to. Oh, I don't think we gotta worry about that. Not after my headache of a friend slapped this job on us. Right. Good old Renee. That man from the CID? He did seem like a highly capable person, though that's the least to be expected of their chief analyst. You and he go back quite some time, I believe. Yep, all the way back to probably even before Aramis. Unfortunately, yeah. I doubt he's here in person, though. More than likely he sent someone in his place. It'll probably be that, it was that lady who, it's been a while since we've actually come into direct contact with her. I think the last time was Cold Steel 4, where she was an opponent for Vantage Masters, which does not seem to be at all popular in Calvard. But give it a game, we'll see. Between this and that other project he teased, I'm sure there's a ton of scheming going on in that head of his. Guess we should go find out what kind of 4 SPGs we've got waiting for us then. Yeah. So, when do you need to be back at the hotel? And what are you going to do about your uniform? Is she not going to be able to conduct forest peak? Well, right now she's representing Aramis, so she can't be getting her hands dirty, literally or figuratively in that. Ren said to be back by 6:30 p.m. I have brought some clothes besides my uniform. Don't worry. Let me go and get changed. I'll take you to our room then. We will handle paying the bill in the meantime. Barry took on Yes to the girls' room so that she could get changed. After she was done, they reunited with the rest of the group and began their first day of work in Basel. Right. Take a look around the district. Don't mind if we do.
Do you know what you want?
Oh, whoops. How much did that cost us?
Do you know what you want?
Nothing. Interesting. There's no reason for it to be free, but...
Don't take too long to decide now.
Ooh, grilled stone stew. We could go for some stone soup.
Come back soon.
And then let's make sure that we actually... Yeah. Aaron, black vinegar soup. That sounds really good. We'll find out, though. Oh, this is the very first meal we can make. So this is going to be something that's not available in battle.
Man, why's it gotta be me? A little thank you would be nice.
Right. And then all the rest of this stuff, it'll come in due time. Come in handy in due time. Aaron, lollygagging. This guy, he looks like a friggin' hiker. Ooh, a sub-event.
Have your authentication card ready and follow the instructions.
So that sub-event is to ride the Aero Tram. Rare metal mine. So we'll be going in there for sure. To Newtown to Institute of Science. This must be the Aerotram station. I can't believe it goes all the way up in the sky. That's right. This will take us to Newtown in no time. All you need to do is hold your certification card over the ticket gate. Oh, guess we're not taking this one after all. Our D rank card isn't accepted on this Aerotram apparently. We need a C rank card or higher. Are you sure? I could have sworn we had a C. Yeah, you guys got C cards. Way to roll out the welcome mat when we're here for L sign. Would it kill them to throw one of their biggest stakeholders a bone? I was really looking forward to it too. Why can't we just cheese the system? They don't have facial recognition yet. Agnes could split into 5 people and ride the tram by herself as far as they're concerned. Well, no use crying over spilled milk. You can head on up if you want, Agnes. We'll just take the long way. What a can you imagine if she was like, oh, okay, cool, see you, chumps. Can you imagine? No, it's all right. I'd rather stick together. I'm sure we'll get to ride the tram another day, Fairy. Don't let it get you down. You're right, yeah. That would have been insane. Ooh.
Alright.
Super sweet canned coffee. Sweetened canned, and then the super sweet one.
This tram is bound for Newtown.
I think the sweetened one probably would be... Ooh, check that out. Now that's awesome. And then there's that other one. We can't actually see anything. Okay, that's the Institute of Science, so we can see stuff. We just need a higher vantage point.
Now, what's it say?
School of Hard Knocks. There's a professor I look up to as a mentor of sorts, but I just can't do this anymore. I'm trying to gather evidence to prove he's been abusing his power over others. It's probably that guy at the beginning. And so I want to get verbal testimony. I don't want this to blow up, so I haven't spoken with the guild or the cops. I'd like to request a careful investigation from you guys. Well, is it just this one? Huh, this one's real serious sounding. Yeah, and I understand why they don't want to go to the guild or the police about it. I really hope we can help them while we're here. We might learn more about what's going on in the Institute while we're working on it too. That'd be 2 birds with 1 stone. Makes sense. Sounds harmless to me, but what's your take? Fairy brought up a good point. We can get some info on the Institute while we work this case. Pretty vague, though. They didn't give their name or the professor they're accusing. Really going out of their way to make our job difficult. Naming names in this case may result in the professor or other parties threatening the whistleblower. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure they've got tenure and everything. I believe our client just prefers to err on the side of caution. Yeah, that tracks. Fair enough. Rosette, can you handle recording our convos? Certainly. We gotta be careful who we talk to about this, though. Client doesn't want word of this getting out. Let's start with people unrelated to the Institute. That way we don't accidentally hit a nerve. That makes sense to me. I imagine there will be plenty of those here in the artisanal district. Let's get started.
Commencing mission.
An abusive professor. Intriguing. We can't just bring it up to anybody. Well, give me 1 second, actually. We are on the case. Word on the street is Giscard landed another big project. Uh-oh. I think I've got... There we go. Old Giscard heads up the Artisans Guild. As a fellow member, I'm proud to have him as our ambassador. I'm happy to be where I am, but Giscard didn't get where he is by settling. I gotta keep moving up in the world, just like him. I specialize in pressure equipment, and that's a big niche nowadays. Only gonna get bigger, my gut says. He mentioned that he's a member of the Artisans Guild. He might have some dealings with the Institute himself. Yeah, guessing it'll be easier to get info out of him than somebody higher up the food chain. So, let's go ahead and put the squeeze to him. It doesn't ring a bell, sorry. My son is studying at the Institute, and he's never told me anything about anything like that. That doesn't prove it one way or the other, of course. I just haven't heard about it. Did he tell you about any other stuff? Anything helps. Well, sometimes I do hear about people in the same lab butting heads over funding, which seems like a very normal thing. I heard these grumblings about two professors going at it even. Seems like a pretty stressful place. With all the greed and infighting over projects, it sounds like it's got everybody at each other's throats. That makes sense, yeah. That might be what started the harassment. Do you know which professors specifically? I really can't remember, sorry. I feel like there was at least one of Professor Hamilton's students involved, but that's all I got. Okay, so our brand new buddy boy is involved in this. I see. I wonder if this professor was jealous of someone else, or someone envied them instead. Well, thanks for the info, all the same. So, a professor and Hamilton's disciple. Oh! Oh! Get a load of that. Giscard Workshop. Oh, Giscard Workshop. Is that the guy?
Come on, we ain't got all day. Get that work done.
That is him. Yes, sir. Are those from one of the Empire's Panzer Soldats? No, they seem a little different. Yeah, they seem more refined and bigger. That whole a Panzer Soldat would have fit into that entire stand, I guess we could call it. That entire bay would have fit into that entire bay. But these are just like the legs, and half of them at that. Whatever this is a lot taller. Yeah, word about these things has gotten out in certain circles, but most people still don't know about him yet. Guessing you do, though. Your company's involved in their development, right? Yes, though not that much. We have only been assisting in trials. Who are you guys? I haven't seen you around before. This is a restricted area, you know. Well, you guys did have the door wide open, but I'm guessing they might have just been about to take something out for a test drive, or they had it open to bring something in. It definitely would have been closed for most of the day. I totally get why you'd want to gawk at these beauties, but they're not technically public knowledge yet. Go ahead and move along now.
Wonder if they're the guys.
We are indeed, and we got kicked out. Wait, is there? Yeah, there's definitely a door there. I didn't know machines like that were being made here in Calvert too. Yeah, gotta keep up in the arms race. Well, I guess it's not so much of a race. You guys have a new superpower thanks to the overwhelming, unrealistic generosity of a neighboring country. Sure are. I've heard the concept behind their design is different from the soldats over in Arabonia, though. They're going to be revealed to the public along with their names sometime soon. So, before this chapter is over then. Sure feels like we saw something we weren't supposed to, even if it was just the legs. I imagine that while they're being kept a secret from the public, most major groups and organizations have already been told about them. For sure, a lot of our party members from the previous game are definitely already fully aware of what they are. That includes those abroad, our international allies, maybe even the Empire. There's no reason not to tell the Empire. The Empire is basically financing this, aren't they? I believe you're correct in your assumptions. So it's just us who don't know, and there's a yet tacked on to the end of that. I think that's true for all the weaponry that's going to be rolled out soon too, not just our Soldat lookalikes. Yeah, everybody is always super up to date on everything. You never have to explain anything to a returning character. Either way, this looks like the biggest workshop in the artisanal district. We'll have to come back another time if we get a chance. Yeah, I am super sure we'll be spending a lot of time here. Who else can we... Whoops. Yeah, they said this was a restricted area. What was it? Yeah.
Huh? The heck's that noise?
Giscard workshop. It must be coming from inside here.
This is a mechanic shop, right? Let's take a peek inside.
Giscard workshop. So that's how you pronounce it. This looks like the oh, this is a tunnel. Well, we'll certainly be coming back here at some point. Can't get through there just yet. But if it's anything, well, it is, I'm sure if we walk down that path long enough, we'll get to another area. But like Van said when we were in Cray, it would take a very long time, and he's not coming with. So there's gonna be no waltzing around. The Bracer Guild. Well, if it isn't Van. Surprised to see you taking a business trip this time of year. Yeah, client came in with a big job, so we're out here taking care of that. Looks like you're moving on up in the world too. Last I saw you were part-timer still in school, and now you're the receptionist? Yep, they hired me here fresh out of college. Oh! He got all that higher education to be a receptionist. Times must be friggin' tough here. You know, they're acquaintance of yours? You got friends in all sorts of places. Oh, we're just in the same field. We worked together on a job a while back. Yeah, this seems to be the story with a lot of Wait, is it just me or does this place look a lot less techy than it should? The walls are just, wood paneling. Jin was actually telling me about you the other day. He said that we should be fine contracting you for help if we need to. Wow, he put the word out on that? I heard the same from a friend of mine outside the guild. If something serious goes down, there's no shame in us working together. Oh? Who? Probably Keelika. Renee or Keelika, I'm guessing. I swear I can't walk 5 args without people dragging me into their business. I ain't a bracer, you know? Van, you became a bracer the moment you became a protagonist of a Trails game. Oh, speaking of which... You're... Alvis. Why is he here? Whoa, who's that? She must be a, Bazelian bracer? Regina? How does Agnes know her? Alvis! Regina! Speak of the devils. Or maybe she's not. We've just never seen her before at the Calvardian branch. These two bracers work in the Edith branch. Hey. Oh, hey there. I didn't think I'd run into you guys here. Oh man, don't tell me we all got shipped out here on behalf of the same guy. Obviously not. I have no idea why you're even here, but we're here on official orders from the guild. not an individual client. Why is he telling us that? And wherever you guys go, trouble seems to follow. I think it's making me superstitious, not gonna lie. Hopefully that's not the case here. Oh, you already know it is. Man, I don't enjoy it any more than you do. Stop framing it like I'm the one at fault. I'm just doing my job and putting food on the table. Surely a C-rank bracer's got better things to worry about than some Spriggan. So stop letting me live rent-free in your head, yeah? Smartass. I swear this is why I can't stand you. You're always just... Forget it. Just don't get up in our business, got it? Well, I know he's a bit abrasive with you, but I do think he respects your abilities. As he should. He saw what we were capable of back in Cray. If you come across anything, just let us know. You're doing work in the guild anyway, so we might as well share intel. Plenty way for him to show respect, but, well, you do you, Bracer Boy. I'm not too worried about him. If we need the guild to lend a hand, we'll ask for it. For now, we got our own business to focus on. So, he and Regina, who we have not seen before. I'm sure Regina's been kicking around. I just haven't spent enough time in, what the heck? I guess we can't... There's gotta be a way to walk up there. Yes. So we don't need the arrow tram. We just can't travel in style is all. The quarry. And this is where we're staying at. She doesn't have any food for us. Is there any? There is not. Alright, well there's no reason to... Okay, did I already? No, I haven't hit these guys up.
Don't take too long to decide now.
Oh, I have. Wait, but there was somebody on the other side.
Do you know what you want?
Oh, whoops. Yeah, I already talked to both of these guys. Alright, well, whatever. Let's head right back up. Not sweat this any longer. Head out the back way. Alright, so now we're back. We got one more that's up here. It probably won't let us go to the Institute of Science. We still have a lot to do here, though. Yeah, see? We have to badge in order to be able to... Alright. Whew, it's not easy working in product, let me tell you. Mediating between factories and artisans is stressful work. Now the artisans are saying they want to delay everything so they can just do these tiny tweaks of the product before it goes on the line. I don't get it. Why do they care so much about that extra 1%? It's good enough as is. They care about putting out quality work, obviously. This guy works in product procurement, huh? Don't think he's working for the Institute, but he might know a thing or two about him. Wouldn't hurt to ask. Yeah, let's go ahead and put the squeeze to him next. A professor abusing their assistants? Well, I'm not sure why you're asking me specifically about it, to be honest. I just work in Verne's procurement division. I don't attend the Institute or work with them directly at all. We know, and that's exactly the angle we want. Word travels, you know? Why does he have any reason to entertain us? I get that. I haven't really heard anything about it, though. Sorry. Verne and the Institute are very closely linked, though, and that does create conflicts of interest sometimes. The way... Okay, is it just me, or is it kind of weird how we're all synchronously swaying in the breeze? Look at our clothes. I feel like it's more apparent in this particular conversation than it has been in the other ones. I may not have heard about it, but it is believable. It's very possible the two sides are stressing each other out. Could you tell us a bit more about how Verne and the Institute work together? I mean, this doesn't reek of corporate espionage to him. The Verne Company awards grants to the Institute of Science to research and develop new products on their behalf. That allows the Verne Company to curate their products with research from the Institute's experts. Oh, wow! That's really neat! If I recall, Verne can trace its roots back to the old Artisans Guild and to the Institute itself. I always figured they worked well together because of that. They did. Past tense. They had good relations while their senior advisor was still there, so as soon as Hamilton dipped, everything fell apart. Alas, she left Basel some time ago. Now Verne and the Institute hardly collaborate at all. It's every project for itself. Maybe the asshat in charge scared her off? Thanks for the info. That helps a lot. Very intriguing. So, it was a well-oiled machine when Hamilton was in charge. Go friggin' figure. What's this? I wonder who lives here. So, why do we can't, is this like the only non-apartment we run into? Why is this residential building any more interesting than the other ones? Yeah, it's really high up.
Ooh, there they are. I'm so glad I finally found them.
Who's this? Oh, it's...
Hello. Is there something you need from here?
So, this is the lady from before, and I'm guessing the guy lives somewhere else.
The owner of this house hasn't been home in a while, I'm afraid.
We were just walking around and happened to end up here. So you know who owns the place then?
Yeah, you could say we're acquaintances. Well, that might sound a little too cold, actually.
Does Hamilton live here?
I don't know if I could really call us family, but we are close. Just not as close as he is.
Okay, so she's one of Hamilton's disciples and basically a big sister to our new party member. Girls' IQ points have all gone into her face and tits. Total dits with a capital D. Aaron!
You know, you guys are all just adorable. Especially you tiny thing. Where are you from? Do you want me to show you around?
I'm not that tiny.
Oh, silly me. I forgot I have somewhere else to be.
Okay, so she does have her head a bit in the clouds, but hey, obviously that's no great hindrance to the work she does.
You won't be able to meet this house's owner, but the boy looking after it in her absence should be back tonight. Goodbye now.
Why do we care this much? Well, I guess this house jumped out of the Hamilton aura was inescapable. It drew us to it. The boy in charge of it, she was dressed like she's a researcher at the Institute or something. Wish we could have talked to her a bit more about that. I wanted to make her understand my size isn't all there is to me. I'm strong too. Late 20s, huge tits, kind of an airhead, freckles, glasses. Yeah, I'd hit it. Are you going to start behaving like an adult, Aaron, or am I going to have to force you to? Yeah, don't get on big sis on Yes's backside. I wonder if that could be... Yeah, Rosette knows exactly who that is. I think that's all there is to see in the artisanal district. We should check out Newtown next. Since we cannot use the Aero Tram, we will have to either walk or drive there. So then what's the point of the badges there if they're so easily circumvented? Wait, no, Newtown is where we came from. Let's take a walk. It'll help us get more acquainted with the city and its people. You gotta be kidding me. Walking's a pain in the ass. Well, I, for one, think a stroll would be lovely. Okay, calm down, Miss Perfect. Me too. Let's make our way to the bridge then. I thought we were gonna... I thought we were gonna talk to her, but I guess not. You know what? Oh, okay, I thought it was gonna let us go in. Okay, it's locked. Well, what's this? What's he doing? Oh, bro, sweating it out. He'll be alright. We don't gotta sweat that. But okay, I guess, and the other guy that she was with, that must have been another of Hamilton's disciples. So the guy she was with is probably Hamilton's first or second disciple. Because they look, Hamilton is the same age as the other disciples, so I highly doubt that she has all of them. Well, Aaron estimates her to be in her late 20s, so he might be in his early 30s. But still, she's old enough to have another disciple that's older than the guy. Even the locals barely use it. That's because most either go by car or use the aerotram. You rode the aerotram, right? How was it? It had the best view, but it was a little scary too. Yeah, I've been on a ski lift before, and it didn't end too well. Definitely a good memory though. I think there'd be a difference in ranks. Have you never used the aerotram in the past, Van? Nah, I got to ride it when I came here a couple years ago. Just had a regular old ticket. From what I hear, security within the city's undergone a massive overhaul. They modernized it further? After the war, the government ordered a total reform. I don't find it surprising that they would want to be very careful with an experimental city that is very nearly a national secret. Okay, but tell me how that puts us at a lower rank than a bunch of kids here on a school trip. Easily, we're being willfully obstructed. I don't think it's that they're high. I think it's more that we're low. Right, like they've got a normal amount of access and we've got a lesser amount of access than even regular people get. Still, it's not a big deal, as long as we can drive. By the way, pretty sure we'll eventually bump into your classmates. You okay on that end? I'm fine. I've explained everything to them for the most part. They might happen upon some info before us, so if we see them, let's make it a point to ask. And there's a lot more of them too, so... Ooh, an apartment building on the water, potentially? This place is, there's a lot going for this place. Aren't we still...
What's next?
Ask around in Newtown. Okay, so let's part due to this. Pierre. Whew, been really busy lately, but I gotta stick the landing. Now's my chance to make a name for myself. I refuse to lose to the guys. I'm gonna smash that glass ceiling and make the board of directors. Just you watch. Hey. She's an office worker in Newtown. Average Joes like her can have better info than meets the eye. Let's talk to her and see what we get. All right, she's got that ambition. Harassment? Honestly, that wouldn't surprise me. I've heard some nasty things about some specific professors at the Institute. Really? I won't name names. Yeah, you're not gonna get her dead to rights on anything. But I've heard a thing or two from a friend of mine. She's a researcher at one of the labs there. And every night they're sleeping at the labs after unpaid overtime. One little mistake during the day and they get torn to shreds. Yeah, this sounds like it's reminiscent of Japan's really abusive work culture. I hear that they're gonna try, well, I hear that some government places are gonna try to switch to a 4-day work week, but that's like third-hand information, so who friggin' knows? Sucks to be them though. They say it's considered normal there. You just work until you drop. My friend, she told me one night that she was having suicidal thoughts. This game is so real, dude. Not that, like, I'd have left the job long before it ever got to that friggin' point. But, like, if we're a long way from rescuing people's cats, I had to talk her out of it. Jeez. That's horrible! Does the Institute not know about their working conditions? Oh, they do, but it's fear that rules the roost there. The Institute's senior professors are like celebrities in their own right. Nobody can touch them, so they've got like super tenure. They control whether or not you have a career in this town. Verne, my own company, everybody, they all go through the Institute's pipeline. So, it's basically a technological oligarchy. Huh. Out of curiosity, who do you work for? This Orbital Goods Supplier. They've got a license from Verne to sell their goods. So it's not like I can speak up about it because then there goes my career. Work travels fast. Right, which is why she wants this to be off the record. Because this is like, we could potentially be putting her livelihood at stake. But of course, if her friend was gonna kill herself over the work culture there, she would still want to say something to somebody. Yeah, that tracks. Verne and the Institute might as well be Basel. You speak up and you're never working in this town again. I can only hope we find a way to right this injustice. Yeah, We gotta go ahead and get whoever it is up out of here expeditiously after we do a bit more shopping. Manager Radad.
Hello there.
So he's got Gaiaverse. Okay. Well, that's some. He's got the good stuff. Tyrrell. Yeah. And do we have an upgrade to? No, still just Aura Breath. We got Thalis. Ideal Force. A damage, A res up. So let's unlock slots or set plugins. Well, let's go for Agnes. This will basically, once we do this, it'll clean us out. 480. So Van, do we have? No, and that's why he only has one, because it's cheaper. Yeah, it's cheaper for us to unlock slots for Van. So let's Strom, Crystal Eden, and Tyrant Storm. Diamond Ring, Citrine Ring. The higher elements, we've only still got the one that cuts it by 33%. Alright, well. Let's... And those are extra line only. Let's throw a, let's throw an EP cut his way. Or rather, we have to go to a different thing. Orbments, there it is.
Shifting to maintenance mode.
He's already got an EP cut too. Grants stealth effect. Who does not have?
Maintenance mode engaged.
She doesn't have an EP cut.
Maintenance mode activated.
He's got an EP cut 1, so let's put this EP cut 2 on him. And we'll just say whatever. And that's all there is to do at this particular shop. There's another one down lower. Ooh, what a view. Okay. Verne Arms. Excellent. So let's go ahead and see what we can...
Do you know what you want?
Yes, we do. We want the good stuff. Cyclotron. It's not too much of an upgrade, but it's stronger than what we've been running with. There we go. Ergonomic grip. We're looking for something with... Yeah, there's nothing here that has a... Ooh, flexible coat. And this is way more of a jump than the, Oh, okay. Too broke. Exchange. We can buy one more, so we'll buy a flexible coat for her. Oh, we can afford one more. In that case, 362. We're gonna give it to Aaron. All right. Can we do it? Yeah, we should be able to get everybody set. Neat. That's what the U material is for,
I hope
folks.
to see you again.
Okay, so this was nice. We're gonna be way more effective in combat now. And there's someone down here who we need to... Oh. What is this? This building is it an apartment? I think everything here is an apartment. Liberal, ZCF, and Epstein Foundation, eh? Oh! Pinus River Software. The Foreign Tech Foundation established using your great-grandfather's cash, right? With how famous it is, even in the Republic, it's kind of funny how that's been dumped over in the corner like this. Who's great-grandfather? What's he talking about? Obviously, Claudel. You're so rude, Aaron. It's fine. But before, all the big buildings were part of the Foundation's branch here. Indeed, as a part of their downsizing in the Republic, they moved to this location. Its performance in other countries remains stable, but with tech going the way it is, it's only natural there'd be a dip in business. Right, with the Zypha outperforming everything that they've got. What was it before again? I think they're doing the rounds underground. Before the Zypha, well, in Erebonia, it was the Arcus, but in Calvert, they were using Ramdas. And before the Arcus units, they actually didn't have names. They were just like, they were just being called combat orbments or battle orbments. Ramda, 5th generation, co-developed by Verne and Epstein. With the 6th gen would look like sparked a hell of a lot of conversation both before and after the war. Then they went and pulled what even the Empire's Reinford company didn't dare do. Cut the Foundation out of the equation. It caused some pushback across the continent at first, but now their technology is well on the road to being available to the public. And they'll do anything to keep themselves in their current favorable position. I would imagine even use Marduk for practical testing. Though perhaps it isn't my place to weigh in on the matter. You got that right. And the one pushing that as national policy is Gramhard. So ZCF was the one that developed airships, right? Yeah, that was the major claim to fame. Yes, they're a facility located in Zeiss and Liberl. You can find their products all across the Republic. Things like communications equipment or household goods. Right, I'm sure all the lights and stuff are ZCF make. And then the phones that are in the guilds, I'm sure those are ZCF make as well.
Being a friendly nation, they do have a cooperative enough partnership with Verne, I suppose.
Is that Ren? Yo, what's up? Oh, hello there.
Hiya, Van and friends. And look at you go on, yes? Hard at work, I see.
Yeah. Unimpressed, Albert? We heard what you were doing earlier. You're researching with your coworkers as part of your visitation, yeah? I am. I hope you don't mind me going off on my own. Well, she's putting the work in. You guys have business here? We do. I have personal connections with ZCF and the Foundation, you see. So I thought this would be the perfect place to get a first-hand look at international technological exchange. What she said, as someone from the Empire, it's a topic I personally can't get enough of. And I heard they make memory quartz for films and stuff. How could I not want to come? Yeah, Dorothy definitely went through her fair share of them. How nice. I'm sure there will be an endless amount of information to absorb there. Just leave this part to us. We'll be sure to write up a report for you. But you better nab us some sweet scoops in exchange. Who's this?
What are students doing here? Oh, of course. The educational visitation.
Alright, so this is gonna be the other disciple and the big brother to the other two. We didn't mean to crowd up the path. Wait, I've seen him before. I think I recognize him too. I'm sure you do. He is rather famous. Greetings, Professor. So we're going to get his name? My name is Ren Bright. I've heard all about you from a certain other professor.
Ah, I didn't realize you were studying abroad here.
Professor Yang Cronkite. Wait, we've heard the name Cronkite.
Cronkite. I believe this is our first time meeting in person.
Okay, I know we've heard the name Cronkite before, but it definitely... It would have been a couple of games ago.
I found your papers fascinating, I must say. Welcome to Basel.
Huh. Papers? Yeah. It's an honor to have my work read by such a brilliant mind. Might I trouble you for some time to chat in the near future?
I would welcome the chance, though I'll have to pass on speaking at length with your classmates.
Right, he's like, wouldn't be able to get too much from them, but you.
Now, I am a busy man, I'm afraid, so if you don't mind, I will bid you farewell.
Farewell, Mr. Yang Cronkite. Well, that stick couldn't be farther up his ass, but he's got the chops to back it up. Yeah, his background is Eastern, right? That was Professor Yang Cronkite, the young genius carrying the Republic's engineering community on his shoulders. So, he was able to take over pretty effectively once Hamilton left then. He's been presenting groundbreaking tech across all kinds of fields since before the war 2 years ago. Yeah, okay, so that's when we would have heard his name. Oh, now that you mention it, I think I saw him in the Tyrell Times. He's said to be a genius, the likes of which we haven't seen since Professor Hamilton. But how are you connected to someone like him, right? I believe the others are waiting, so how about we go? Yeah, there's no need to bring up the fact that she's a published intellectual. Don't be late for the meetup, Agnes. Otherwise, I'll have to give you a good spanking. I know. Have fun leading, everyone. Hold on, Ren. Don't think you can get away with not answering. Well then, good luck with work. I don't think he's gonna get an answer. Shall we? Yes, let's give this our all. So he's super duper famous. Interesting. And I'm sure the other lady is just as impressive.
Hello.
Pharmacist Luce?
Thanks for shopping.
Yeah,
Hello.
Pharmacist Luce. We can't afford that apple granola bar. Let's sell... Well, we don't need these anymore, do we? I'd honestly rather not sell anything if I could help it, but you can't help it. There we go. Give us that apple granola bar. Breezy hair tonic, and we need 2K for that. Can we get 2K out of this? We can. Neat. Anything for our connection points. And I shouldn't have gone overboard. Alright, well. So let's... Oh, neat.
Don't mind if I do, Van.
So, that was easy enough. And now we have 2 more or 3 more people to scope out. Is there something? Okay. Still got that super sweet canned coffee. Oh, I think our next person might actually be... Okay. What is he doing? Alright, yeah, they... I think they're... Oh, this is a scene. Whoa! Wow, there's so many cars! I had heard about its capacity, but it's very impressive seeing it in person. Welcome to the automotive heaven. The motor pavilion where all the big manufacturers shut their stuff before they hit the market. Verne's big here, naturally. They got a bunch of makes under their wing. Lino, Ingrid, Red Star, and Etoise. That's your big 4. This is where they show off all their latest and greatest stuff. And for gearheads like me, it's both a peek at the new model year and a chance to yoink some of their ideas for our own projects. Whenever I come to Basel, you bet I hit this place up every time. The most important place in the city, full stop. That's great, Grandpa. Now let's get you home. I see. I do hear that the 4 manufacturers compete with each other a lot. Yep, gots to in order to be able to sell anything. That they have their own specialties, but nonetheless push each other to innovate. Does that factor into the showroom too? Oh yeah, these guys are ruthless. They all specialize in different things, but when markets collide, you bet they're at each other's throats. That's good for the consumer. Lino and Ingrid especially. They both manufacture their cars here in Basel, so they headhunt and poach from each other like nobody's business. So what, do NDAs just not exist? Non-compete clauses just aren't a thing? We get time to kill. I highly recommend stopping by here and shooting the shit with the salespeople. They might convert you. Adios kill me. Or him. His passion for cars is already evident with his truck. It's natural that he'd be drawn here. We might as well take a look now that we're already here. Yeah, let's check it out. This thing. So that's probably something that Maxim Lugan would drive.
Wow, check out these cars. There's so many, and they all look so different.
Ooh.
That a red star over there? Damn, that's sexy.
It's the best, ain't it? If looks could kill, I'd be dead right now.
Van is definitely in his element here.
So I'm not sure. This is an Ingrid model, brown instead of his usual, and the red star. Oh, this looks like the car I had when I was 19. It does more. I'm sure it does more than drive in reverse though, so it's way better than the car I had when I was 19. But oh well. Let's leave those horrible memories behind and get to moving. We've got. Oh, we've only got one more. And then we'll be able to go ahead and tell Buddy Boy what we've discovered.
Why not stay here and relax? Do you have any preferences?
Okay, well, we're back to
Thanks
him.
for coming in.
Welcome, welcome. What can I get you? I go wherever my heart takes me, and I bring my little shop along for the ride. Who knows what customers I'll see next? Not the most practical business model, but it's what makes me happy. And my little niche has made me popular with the locals. A roaming cafe, huh? But it's popular with the eggheads at the Institute. Yeah, my job used to put food trucks outside of the censor. And then, you know, the pandemic and that all stopped. It was nice while it lasted though. A common watering hole such as this would be a good place to gather information.
Do you have any preferences? Thanks for coming in.
Whoops, wrong button.
Let me ask you something.
And then, workplace harassment? Haven't heard anything about that, sorry. My clientele are a lot more mellow. The faculty I get are pretty kind, actually. They treat their students and understudies to meals sometimes, too. Huh. Who, specifically? That might help us narrow things down. Yeah, because he might have heard complaints. So, Professor Orally, Associate Professor Tane, and Professor Callahan too, but he hasn't been around in a while. There's our guy. They always look pooped, like on death's door, seriously. But when I talk to them, they all come across as normal, upstanding people. Oh, so it's whoever Orally, Tane, and Callahan are reporting to. Oh, so they're just covering for the man is what you're saying. You be the judge of that. But I have noticed that some researchers from the specific lab have looked really down to the dumps as of late. Workplace harassment would explain that. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but the lab's professor might have something to do with it. Well, if anything comes to mind, please let us know. Well, I'm sure I'm just overthinking things, but thanks. I'll let you know. Feels like there's more to the story than that. Does he not want to snitch, or does he not believe it? Probably a little of column A, a little of column B. I see. Thank you for sharing that with us. I'd say we've seen everything there is to see in Newtown. That said, looks like we'll have to go to the Institute for that request from the assistant. The one about that professor abusing his power, eh? Doesn't seem like something outsiders like us should get in the middle of. Well, but I'm concerned since it was posted as a 4SPG. I wonder if we can find a way for all of us to get into the Institute. Like with the Aerotram, access requires rank C certification or higher. So, is this going to become an on-yes solo mission? It'd be nice if we could have L-Sign put on the pressure and get our ranks raised, but that won't work here. Not enough time. So how about we go have a little talk? With who? Ah, the kiddo from earlier. He wasn't as bad about it as the CEO, but he still had his doubts about us. Well, if pushing doesn't work, we just gotta pull. So thanks for being our go-between, Agnes. Hey, she got voluntold for it. For what? Between you and Katra? You got it. You guys seem to hit it off. Guessing it's because you're so close in age. He'll be up for talking to you. Just make it seem like you've got problems and he can solve them too. Yeah, a little bit of deception. Oh, I don't think I'll need to go that far. I'm sure if I'm just honest and upfront with him, he'll listen. But I am happy to help. Once things settle down, I'll give him a call on my Zypha. Girl doesn't have a clue, huh? It is quite charming how unaware she is of her appeal. Yeah, so it's kind of funny because everybody's always making fun of the protagonists for this, but it looks like Agnes has her own blind spots too, same as Estelle once did. I don't really get what you're saying, but I know we can count on Agnes to handle this. To advance the main story? Wait, what? It's like contact Katra from the travel menu. This was a main story thing, but it was posted as a 4SPG. Alright, I guess we won't be continuing with that for the time being.
Let's see what we've got.
Spriggan, I've heard that you're a tester for Marduk. With that in mind, could you help test a brand new holo core that's been developed at the Institute of Science? I'll be waiting for you at the Verne store. So, we have to switch out, Mare, which I actually haven't switched out anyone's. When I was playing up on my PS4, I did switch fairies, I think. But then when I played back up to that point on my PS5, I did not. So everybody's still rocking their initial holo cores. Wow, this is really cutting edge stuff. I'm surprised they have this in stores. Yo, Athena, right? You had a request for us. We're with Arkwright Solutions. Oh, sorry, I just wasn't expecting that. I didn't think you'd take my request. So, yes, my name is Athena. I'm a researcher at the Institute of Science. I mainly do orbital energy research. Right now, I'm working on new holocore designs. I finally started beta testing, so having people to help out is a big relief. So, thank you in advance for your help. Can do. You can stand to relax, though. I ain't gonna eat you or anything. Sorry, I'm just not good with people. It's why I'm really interested in communication technology. Being able to talk to people from my own room sounds really helpful. So I'm wondering if she's gonna want... No, because she specifically mentioned testing for Marduk. So maybe Van or Rosette has to equip it. It's kind of why I wanted to come here. I want to make the world a little less daunting for people like me. So she's got social anxiety. And knowing this game, I feel completely comfortable in thinking that was fully the intent with her character. Huh. I can't tell if you're actually enthusiastic or just motivated by fear. You sound like my coworkers. So, do you need me to go over the details? Yeah, let's accept. Much obliged. Okay, right this way. The manager and I will take you through it. So, these kinds of folk are helping you test it out. Nice to meet ya. Name's Radad. I'm the manager of the Verne store. Depending on how these tests go, you might see this holocore on our shelves soon. So I'll be keeping an eye over these field results myself. You wouldn't mind reporting your findings to me too, would you? Not at all. So, do we have to take it out and actually battle? Are we going to be able to go out onto the field? Right. Let's go ahead and dive in. So here's how I want the testing to go. This new holo is named Posel. I'd like you to equip her to your Zyphas and take her into a few monster fights. Okay, yeah, we've done something similar to this in previous games. We had to equip a specific quartz and defeat an enemy. Anything specific you need us to do once we get in a fight? I need you to do 5 moves or more while you're S boosted. Once you're done, I'd like to hear how it felt to use.
Sounds easy enough.
1 second here. Okay, here you go. Receive the Pulsel Holo Core. Oh, Pulsel's a cute name. I'm curious to see what kind of holo it is. A brand new holo core straight from the Institute. Oh man, I can't wait. Does it actually say Pulsel? Have the names of the holo cores been written on them the entire time? Well, she's a bit unique. You'll find out more after you equip her. So she's gonna talk crazy in battle or something? Now we just gotta find some schmucks and ruin their day. But now that I think about it, where are the monsters around here? The road we drove in on was all cleaned out. If you're looking for monsters, I'd say the Auge Canyon to the south is your best bet. Once you're off the road and past the orbital lights, things get a bit dicey. But you guys look pretty seasoned, so you should be fine. It'll make for a nice little test bed. Well, fine by me. Let's head on down and give this new holo core a whirl. Oh right, gotta equip it first, duh. Indeed, once we've finished our preparations, let's make for the canyon. We should be able to access it from the road next to the Verne HQ building. You can now travel the Auge Canyon. So, we'll be able to go ahead and get our fight on. And I have seen everything there is to see. Ort Abandoned Road. There it is. Okay. So the Ort Abandoned Road is going to be for us in the future. But for right now, Auge Canyon. Ooh, and let me make sure to actually equip it. Let's put it on...
Maintenance mode activated.
Don't worry, Citri's got your back.
Maintenance mode activated.
How do we... Arts driver. How do I change this? Ooh, and these have 3 slots. Oh, but they have fewer active arts as a trade-off. I see. I think we have to go to...
Modifying your orbment, are you?
Change holo core. There we go. Yeah, they say their names. Aim, Vine, Cameo, Citri. I didn't notice that before. Carabia, Otis, and Pulsel. Whoa, check that out.
I'm Pakel. You always got me in your corner.
Pakel, alright. Yeah, aftermarket modder. See, I haven't changed that even once before now. Oh, so this is the path through Auge Canyon. It certainly fits the name. The terrain off the paved path appears to be quite complex. Watch your footing, guys, or you're gonna be flying headfirst into the river. The Burl Kingdom! You could take this road to the Liberal Kingdom, right? If you wanted, yes. Though it would take you several hours to get there, even by vehicle. I wonder... I'm trying to remember what the... because I think in relation to Liberal, we're like east... We share a... Calvert shares a western border with Erebonia, and I think we have a southwestern border with Liberal, which would put us, I think, near Bose. On the other side of the border is a fortress in the Zeiss region, Leiston Fortress. And Leiston Fortress... I'm trying to remember the path there. I can remember the path and us fighting those flying chicken things that shoot feathers at you. And that's the place where... Yeah, I think it's Bose. I think Leiston does connect to Bose. Signs like these really make it clear just how far from the capital we are. We've been jumping all over the country so much lately. Sheesh. Yeah, getting a real world tour. You're just happy to have an excuse to drive around and you know it. Hey, I'm a simple guy. Well, let's get that holocore test started, shall we? Our task is to equip Pokel and act 5 times while S boosted. Right, let's go! And of course, I've said it before, but the reason why Liberl is getting so much shine is because the remake is coming out. Where's the, I want to take a look at the map. And I know there's some kind of shortcut for it, but... key items. Map of Calvard. Wait, what? But... there's something, and of course, I've been... There it is. I don't want just the region map, though. God dang it. Alright, and we can't zoom out or anything. Dang. Alright, that's fine. We'll just go ahead and put the brakes on. I wonder what Pokel says. I haven't actually played too much with Aaron on the field. Alright. So act 5 times, huh?
Have some more. They're stunned.
Neat.
Keep moving, Van.
Yeah, he's calling us by our names now.
All you on, yes.
And I wonder if S-boosted attacks like this count.
Perfect chance.
Probably not.
Activating skill.
Gotcha. Go time.
Let's go ahead and get that critical.
A chance.
Alright, and that's fine. We'll have plenty of opportunities to act 5 times. It's not like they have to do it in a singular battle. Yeah, see, if these counted, we'd have already gotten the thing. Can she attack while being... There it is.
Activating skill.
Too slow.
Alright.
That's how it goes.
So, that was easy enough.
Are we going down below?
Nope, we're sticking to the road for this assignment.
Good call. If we went that way, we'd be a perfect target for a pincer attack.
Wait, if you thought it was a bad idea, why'd you even ask?
Varys trying to scrap. Ooh. Alright, so we'll be heading down there at some indeterminate point in the future.
This could get tricky with so many.
Nah, we're good. Oh, hold on. Whoo! Definitely, use arts. Aaron can... Oh my gosh, breath heals nothing.
Let's get to work.
Oh wow, these... Okay, so these enemies are complete garbage. We don't even have enough to... Come on. Well, Gifted caught him off Shard. Oh, whoops, I forgot to do the thing. Alright, well, I'm not sure what prompted Aaron to drop the nicknames, but...
Activating skill.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Alright, so this is a bit of a bust then.
Here's some extra.
Nope, or maybe not.
Have some more.
Right.
Couldn't take your eyes off me, right?
You're on fire,
And then
Aaron.
we've got these guys.
You've got a charge attack available.
Ooh. Gotta keep our eyes on the prize. Rosette has Tira. Alright. Nope. Aha! Gotcha. And we should have... And this should be it. Let's have him just do the Phoenix dance.
Boost gauge enhanced. A chance.
And of course, I neglected to hit both of them, so. Ooh, got the overkill. Just to make sure, we'll have Aaron put the hurt on him.
I won't stop here.
Fairy's Rapid Burst has been upgraded to Rapid Eruption. I never freaking use any of those. Okay, Pokel reached rank 2. Does that mean we've got it? I'm not 100% on that. It should tell us, right? Perform 5 actions while S boosted. I feel like we've hit the 5 action mark at this point.
Looks like a chest.
Alright. Ooh. Yeah, well, this has been fairly fruitful already.
Looks like the game's
Now we want to
all
focus
here.
on you. Whoops, wrong person.
Get to work.
You've got a charge attack available.
Yep. Come on. God dang it. There we go. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and knock this out.
Have we done enough testing for the holo core?
You picked
There
the
it
wrong
is.
guy to fight.
Pretty hot
Yes,
shit, man.
I believe so. We can report back to the client anytime.
Alright, so we've got that taken care of, but I want to make sure that we clear this place out first. I'm not gonna lie, I do understand why they, because there was a lot of, coming up with all the descriptions for the monsters, I'm sure was a lot of extra work that a lot of people weren't reading.
Want to clear him out?
But, or maybe I'm thinking of it the wrong way, because if there's one thing that I think Falcom has never been afraid
Guess
of,
that's wrong.
it's been having reams and reams and reams of text in their games. So I wonder why they took it out. Maybe they did just really deem it extraneous. And so here we go.
That looks like a nice chest.
It does. A reward for coming down here in EP3. Let's definitely immediately throw that
Switching
on.
to maintenance mode.
Instead of this defense 1. Yeah. Right. And from here, since there's nothing else we can,
Ladder launched.
I've got this. I'm on it.
yeah. Let's head back to Newtown. Newtown entrance, Verne HQ, Verne Arms. It was the Verne store.
What are we waiting for?
Now, hopefully, we don't have to do, like, an additional amount of training in order to get, like, bonus points or something. Do we not? Okay, well. He wanted us to report it to him, too. I thought we had to. Whew. Now we'll finally be able to get started on the report. Just gotta wait for the test results. Yo, good timing. We gave the new holocore a spin. Oh, good work, everyone. Would you mind sharing your feedback? Can do. Oh, can I have that holocore back first? Sure, here you go. Return the Pokel holocore to Athena. Aw. I knew it had all those bonuses and additions. I knew it was too freaking good to be true. Thank you. Let me go ahead and start uploading the combat data. Just a sec. Okay. Athena connected the holocore to her laptop. So, while it's uploading, how did it feel to use? Performance, bugs, anything at all? Well, I don't have much to say about its performance, being honest. It's more, energetic. I swear that AI didn't know the difference between a fight and a playground. The hell's up with her? Aw, don't be so harsh. She had this childlike whimsy to her. I found it pretty cute. It felt really weird. Does she heal people in combat? That's what it felt like to me, at least. A very unique core indeed. Should it hit the shelves, I imagine it'll be the talk of the town. I, for one, do not vibe with the idea of carrying a little girl around in my pocket, and I'm sure any self-respecting guy wouldn't either. But, I don't know, our resident weirdo already has one of those. Maybe that's what he's into. Zip it, Aaron, and leave her out of this. Not like I picked either of them. That's awfully rude, man. You'll upset her if she hears that. Oh, right. A word through the grapevine is she's an interesting holo herself. Oh, you mean Mare? Okay, of course they would know about her. You're familiar with her? Oh, yeah. The professor told me about her. According to him, she was actually an accident. The PMC wasn't even trying to make the pinnacle of all holo cores, but somehow they just did. The private military company. That's why I asked you guys, actually. I knew you had experience working with cores like her. Well, that explains the funny feeling I had. So it wasn't just a coincidence. Your professor must be pretty informed if he knows about Mare Bear. Indeed. Her existence isn't technically confidential, but she hasn't been promoted or publicized either. But if anybody would be in the know, it'd be a top-tier researcher in Basel. I imagine word has reached the inner circles of the industry. The 3 disciples, at least. Yep, that tracks. It was Professor Cronkite who told me, so Cronkite knows about us too. No wonder he knows. He's pretty much carrying the Republic's engineering sector on his back. I can confirm he's the real deal. Not an engineer worth their salt, well, who doesn't know about his work. Yeah, he's really leaps and bounds above me. He can be scary sometimes, but he really knows his stuff. I learned a ton working under him. Being honest, it was actually him who came up with Pokel's adaptive AI design. I owe him for that. Is that so? We saw him not long ago. Dude gets his pick of the litter and he goes with a little girl. Right. Aaron. No, that's not it. The reason Pokel is a girl is because she's meant to simulate how real humans grow and learn. So the more she learns, the more she matures. So if we're ever asked to like use Pokel again, she'll sound and behave differently. Right. That's the reason. Aaron, why don't you grow up too? Does it really learn just like a real person? That's so cool. If it's anything like AI in the real world, it's not very cool at all, Fairy. Not cool at all. She does, yeah. But according to Professor Cronkite, she doesn't even come close to Mare's inner potential. It's been bugging him lately, actually. He was all, if some security company can make an advanced holo-core, why can't we? He's been researching holo-cores in his spare time to try and figure it all out. Guy's driven, that's for sure. So, getting back on topic, the core was fine. Being a child that hasn't learned much yet, yeah, her abilities are pretty basic stuff, but she was pretty easy to use. Really? Thank you! Only real snag I ran into was it being a bit janky deploying shards while I was boosting. So, wait, were the boosting chances lower and I didn't notice? It didn't really hamper me at all, but still. Compared to other holocores, Pokel's deep learning algorithms may increase processing overhead and delay combat functions. And of course, Rosette would have deeper insight to what was going on, same way Van did with the suites. Optimization should be a priority to help mitigate that, though some latency is probably unavoidable. Yeah, that does make sense. Can you each give me your feedback too? Van's cohorts each offered their impressions to Athena. Conveniently, the holocore finished uploading its combat data to the laptop just as they were wrapping up. Thanks for waiting, guys. Now that I have the data, let me give you this back. She's gonna let us have Pokel? Receive the Pokel holocore permanently. Oh, we can keep her? I just wanted to thank you for helping test her. We'll be pushing updates once we iron out the kinks, so she should get better with time. Thank you so much for your help. Now I need to get back to the Institute and analyze this data. Sounds good. Take care.
Mission accomplished. Great job, you guys.
Yes, easy peasy. Now is this gonna just gray? Interesting. We definitely need some stuff to bump our chaos up, but I believe, yeah, contact Cocktrud. Well, give me one moment, 1 second.